Hello, this is Matt of the Vid-Ography podcast. Tonight, I'm doing something really special. I'm doing my first gamer corner tonight on the Vid-Ography podcast. What? Gaming podcast, you say? Doesn't he just do Doctor Who or Star Wars? Normally I do, but I'm just feeling so very different at the moment. And I want to try and make something unique with this channel. Purely different things, different topics, as I say, which I'm always open to discuss about. And tonight, I'm going to be talking about the second entry in one of my favourite gaming series, Mass Effect. Particularly the second one, which I absolutely adore. Why not do the first one? First of all, I can't find the box for the first one. And the second one is just by far the most incredible story of the modern day. The first one is really long and a massive setup story. This one's even longer. And I'll tell you, it takes me days to complete this story. Absolute days. So, for those that are not familiar coming into this, what Mass Effect is, it is the story of Commander Shepard, who is like an Alliance military hero, but you can make the choice unlimited. It's like infinity possibilities. You can be good, you can be nasty, you can be, a romantic type. You could be who has romances with the crew, and it will continue your story when you carry on the games. You can be the lone wolf, a sole survivor. You could do anything you want with this game series. But yeah, it's like a military persona who becomes a massive hero. And he's what they call a Spectre, which is like the special ops team that are off the grid. And he commands his own ship called the Normandy, which is smaller in the first game, but if you play this game, you find out why it's bigger. So the threat in the galaxy has completely changed. You are basically working for the baddies who have resurrected you, but you get to have your old crew, well, some of them back, who decide to join you, and you get all new faces. I think the crew is, besides yourself, 16 companions. Well, it's 14, I think, but when you get the downloadable content, it becomes 16. Or maybe it's 12 companions and 14. It's been a while since I played it, but quite frankly, it is one of the best game series on the planet. You are having to defeat these things called the Collectors that are stealing humans throughout all of the planets. You get to make sacrifices in this game series. Depending the outcome, though, the second game doesn't have many deaths. Well, it can do. It depends how you play it, because it is a suicide mission, because you're going against incredible odds, and depending the outcome, you can leave your companions to die, not develop anything with their stories. So basically, when you're going into the incredible odds that you've built up this entire game for, you could have the worst ending and half of the crew are gone, or you can come out as a hero with all of them surviving and they appear in the next one. So the reason I recommend this very highly is the voice cast is incredible, the graphics are amazing, the fact that as it says on the back, they don't expect you to survive. Entire human colonies on many worlds are vanishing. As Commander Shepard, you must assemble the galaxy's deadliest team to survive against impossible odds. They call it a suicide mission. Prove it wrong. And that's it. I think it's one of the greatest stories in a gaming series. You have action, you have adventure, it's mystery, there's comedy, there's drama. The comedy is just golden with the cast. I don't know how they could get through half of the takings without laughing their heads off. There are certain scenes that still make me cackle to this day. And Lair of the Shadow Broker is one of the most incredible DLCs, or for those that don't know that term, downloadable contents, where you get to either rekindle a relationship with one of your old teammates, called Dr. Liara Tassoni, or you get to carry on your friendship with her from the first game. And what's incredible is whatever happens in like each game is defined by each outcome that you have made. If you were horrible to someone, they will remember that. If you were nice to someone, they'll remember that. If you got rid of someone in the first game, they will be talked about, like, and that somebody would wish that they were there, or if they died in that game after you get to re-know them, then you get that upset, and that effects are felt in the third one. It's an amazing world building scenario where the secondary characters, the main characters, everyone has a part to play, and that's what I love about this series, is there is no small parts in it. Even the downloadable characters that just become like part of the crew who you don't really get to talk with, you can talk to them and they give dialogue, but you can't physically have a proper conversation. They just give out dialogue. I mean, Zayed Masani and Kasumi Goto are perhaps the funniest comedy act. He's got a dry sense of humour when he shouldn't do. And Kasumi is so manic that I would actually have loved to have been in this game because she's so unbelievably funny. They all have something that I really like about them. They all have a heart and a personality, and it makes you really feel like you have journeyed along with them. If you really are into good science fiction, but you want that fun-packed action and adventure, because basically, unlike Doctor Who, they do use weapons because it is that military aspect of it. But the first game was more about the military aspect of it, like because you are like this naval officer who rises to the ranks of being like this hero of the galaxy, and that is constantly remembered by the decisions and your outcome throughout it. Would I recommend this gaming series to anyone? Yes, but because Mass Effect 2, I know I'm kind of like doing a review of it, I'd say start with the beginning, because the first one, Mass Effect 1, with Sarah Notarius and the Geth, who are like these, I'm trying to remember if they were VI or AI. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and play over it. It's just, you could definitely tell Mass Effect 1 is of its time when you compare it to Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3, because of being the different company, you can really tell playing it on an Xbox One of how different it is to the others. For me, it's just so wonderful. And I'm going to say, if you've never played the gaming series before, I'd give my ranking, because it is going to be some time before I get back into them. And here's my ranking of the first trilogy, because Andromeda is a standalone, and I will do Andromeda, but tonight I know I'm doing the second one. Oh yes, it's this. Companions. I love the companion system in the game, that you can constantly, no matter who you pick, and they always have like this either sassy remark about the outcome. And I mean that really sassy. But because I love the first game so much, whenever I get the chance to get her, it takes a bit of a long while before you get to her. I love Talizora Vas Nima Noraya Normandy. Um, of the Araya. Oh, sorry, of the Alarai. Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce the words as they were in the game, but to me, the ultimate best friend, the one that stays with you from the beginning, even though you have to go find him in the second one, is Gareth Vicarian. He's just so amazing. But when I've played the female version of Shepard, because I like sometimes to switch between the male one and the female, I think for the female, Shepard is the best romance option, because he would do anything to protect her, and has been there with you since the beginning. I'd also recommend Kaden Alenko, purely because I liked Raphael Sabaj as Carthanassi in Knights of the Old Republic, so it's all got these like nostalgia actors in there. I mean, Jack, for new players, Jack is definitely a favourite one of mine. And the fact that she played Juhani, which is a whirlwind of difference from her role in that, was also incredible. Um, the fact that it's got Star Wars Nuts, the Old Republic cast, in roles that you would never expect when you check the resume. I mean, Bastila Shan is the female leader, Commander Shepard for the female players. And it's just that, like, little niche stuff, that little nostalgic stuff when it comes to games is why I love it. The mapping is beautiful in the second game. It's never dull, it's never boring. The second one has some really iconic moments. It's got really great companions, real great ships, real great comedy. Seth Green is the sarcastic pilot with brittle bones syndrome, and he, though as limited as his role is, they make him a playable character just for this one game, and that alone is just worth the playing for. Because it's for the first time in the game series you get to play a different character, and it's the pilot. You are in charge of your own destiny with this game series. I basically, for the second game, I'm gonna give it a high 10 out of 10. If Mass Effect ever became a movie, please, please, when you get round to the second movie, if there ever is one of this incredible game, make sure it is handled delicately. Because the one big problem with Mass Effect is if you were going to adapt these games for the big screen, because there's so many choices and so many outcomes, you have that one particular problem. Are you going to do the romance? Are you going to do the Earthbound one? Who's like a ruthless, who is like, sorry, let me get my bearings. Let me do that a little bit again, sorry. Take two, rewind. When you get to choose in this game, the classes, you can have a family, you can have no family, you can have no mum or dad, you could be born on ships, you could be like born on Earth alone, or you could be ruthless, you could be a war hero. Again, that's the problem of adapting Mass Effect to me on like the screen, is you've got so many choices. You could do these companions, no problem, like the James Vega movie that came out a couple of years ago. But when it comes to Mass Effect at the heart of it, you've got so many choices in this big old world. Is it going to be the male shepherd? Is it going to be the female shepherd? There's too many choices. Personally, for me, the James movie works because you don't know which Commander Shepard he's really talking about. Is it the guy one, which I think it is, but they don't really confirm it, and or is it the girl one? You've got choices to make. Choices. Personally, with animation, they could do two versions of the same movie. That's not an issue. It's just adapting it for like the big screen audience is going to be an issue. Ranking Mass Effect 2, sorry to get back on track, 10 out of 10, worth the play. If you really want to get lost in the gaming world, start with the first, work to the second, and if you want to be really technical, you can watch the movie Paragon Lost, which bridges number 2 and number 3, and then play number 3, and then I would give Andromeda a play. Yeah, I really liked Andromeda because you get jetpacking, you get these new worlds again, you get continuity to the past. All in all, Mass Effect is definitely worth it. But by far, Miranda Lawson, of Thane Krios, like Commander Shepard, are just one part of this amazing world. Just go out and play it, buy it. Okay, that's probably enough rambling for me. I'm so sorry. When I get tired, I try to ramble a little bit to also keep myself awake. But no, this ain't the end of the gaming corner. This is my first time doing it, so I'm still learning with things on here. So please, if you want anything else done for me, I'm always open to suggestions and recommendations. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Please go and check out the series. It's worth it. I mean, I'm tempted to get the books because separately, I was going to say that I have watched, no, sorry, not watched. Oh, sorry. You can tell I'm tired, can't you? Because I said watched when I mentioned. I read Heir to the Empire today. I've gotten to page 75 already. I'm already on chapter 6. Sorry I'm having to think because I am getting exhausted, but yeah, I'll probably be doing book reviews and comics and other bits on it. I'm going to be doing more than just TV because I love reviewing and I like sharing my positive outlook with it. If it's not good, I'll still try and find a way to see if it was good because I'm not a negative person. I really am not. But I will give constructive reasons why I don't like it. But if somebody else likes it, fair point. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty, well, let's get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me for my gaming corner. Take care for now. Bye-bye.